This is Indica's place, Rover and Founders, and we have this very lovely setup. Yeah, very tight. I mean, okay, that's some very, very unique shaping here. Check it out. We got this crescent moon that is cupping the house. Check that out, dude. That's sick. That's very, very neat. Trying to back up here. Number of cherry trees are out to kind of help set the mood here. This is very, very pretty. I dig it. I dig it. And again, very unique with this whole moon shape. So, according to their blurb, welcome to Indica's Druid Sanctuary. Every room was built to feel alive, from quiet reading nooks and hanging vines to cozy fireside corners and starlit windows. It's part ancient treehouse, part dreamscape, and honestly, I'd move in tomorrow if I could. As long as there's no murderous murlocs or anything like that, it is all good. So around the house, I like the touch here that they use the bigger greens here to sort of catch the moon shape, right? Yeah, to give it like a bit of a soft landing instead of it just being like, instead of it just connecting like straight to the ground, like that's it. So it gives off that sort of illusion. Yeah, that's neat. That's neat. Yeah, and because the lighting effects, it gives like this sort of like overhead shade. Because the house needs shade, you know. That's good logic. Let's head inside and see what we got. So as soon as you go in, this has like automatically, this has this strong elven vibe to it. Yeah, it has that certain kind of like lighting and color tone that comes from the Belmouth construction. That makes this already look highly, highly convincing. So from here, we have this sort of fusion of rock with the rest of the house. You know, it's being embedded right here. It looks like there might be a secret back there, but we are going to climb up these natural stairs that they had made. There's the boss right over there. It's raining on top of them. Need an umbrella, but yeah, what's up, boss? And as soon as we come in, we have this special custom door with all these elven tables plus the additional table right there to give it that shape, and it's dyed different color. Lots of greens hanging down. And this is just from the entrance here. Very cool setup. You know, we walk around to this little quick sitting room for us that we're invited into. And let's take a look at a little bit of a closer look at this sort of like waterfall formation. A number of fountains are down there to help give it the animation and shape and everything. Lots of rocks being used to give like little details here, from the little climbs to make sure that we can have a place to like sit, as you can see the boss is doing there, and then a lot of greens to give it a little bit more color. So as we go through this secret, what do we have here? No one's been here for a bit. But what we have is, oh, that's actually a doorway. It'll take us through. So looks like we're exploring. Some dead stuff on the side. Oh, we're invited outside that way and outside that way. So it's nighttime. No, it's daytime. So let's look at what's going on here. Very cool. Like right from the jump, we're already invited to go out into this sort of treehouse vibe. Nice. So let's look at the lower part first. It's nice and open, very, very spacious. We're invited to do the climb off of the first window over there. And then on this side, like kind of not a moonwell, but then we have at the center here, we have like this, we have one of my favorite flowers, of course. And we do actually have a little moonwell that's down there. That's giving us a little bit of animated stuff. And then once again, we have like this whole waterfall sort of deal. You know, you can see how it's shaped. It has that whole kind of like angle to it. Very nice. Let's pan around across some places to sit. So, you know, it's got a park-like feel. And here they use an even arch to create this sort of like, this sort of like storage area for some fishing equipment and perhaps things that they've got. What did they catch? Gold, baby. some amazing things you can use with the fishing technology in the Warcraft universe. Let me kind of come back here. We also have a kind of a simple cave setup. And again, they're using a lot of rocks to put these together. And you can see like lots of details are put in here. You know, oftentimes I'll see usually like big rocks to help shape it all together, which works, right? You can actually like see it being kind of reflected in the walls of the cave here. But as you come out, that's when you see like a lot more details as you, you know, just so it can give like that better aesthetic. So let's go up the treehouse thing and observe from up top. Looks like little places to observe. Very neat. And here we got some Murgles that are like hanging out and playing. +1 gnomish egg. Oh, and I think there's a bed back here. No, not a bed. Oh, okay, actually it is technically a bed. But they just attach some pillows over there. And then boom, there you go. Nice, nice like a couch kind of feel. Because otherwise you would need to have like you need to just drop a whole couch. And this is a bit more of a natural shape to it. Lion and puppy are playing. Murgles are hanging out. Everyone's having a good time. That's cool. I find that quite creative. And again, like the shaping of this, really, really good. So these make like for some natural stairs. So I can say what's up to the Griffin over here. Hey, buddy. Be good. Boop. Yeah, love the detail that's put into the rock formation there. The open sides have stools to sit and hang your feet off. Yeah, so lots of immersion that comes from like little places that you can sit and like hang out and hang around in. So let's go across here, past this other closet, because that's kind of how it goes sometimes. And on the other end, so it's not like a reflection of like, hey, here's the day version and then here's the night version. No, this is just like a totally different spot they set up for themselves. Again, very, very open, because that's kind of what you get. It's not like you can have like a small skybox room. That'd be kind of weird. I'm kind of like directed to go into this little tight spot here. Now, again, this is another Niffin arch, but this one is unique because it's standing just like in the middle of whatever. And then they piled some rugs, made it nice and soft and comfy for folks to like just sit, do their thing, have themselves a smoke, and relax. Listen to the sounds, take in some of the sights and all that. Invite folks over, or just like crash, you know, if they just want to nap and all that. We really like the look of this. Yeah, very, very pretty. Oh, and then there's a gnome dude, who I guess is the caretaker of the spot. You know, so he makes sure like things are refilled and whatnot when we're not around. Make sure it's nice and clean. So when we come back, we're welcomed right in. And it's also a place of activity. You can see here, like we got wagons that are coming in, bringing in nothing right now. I guess, no, they were bringing in more smoke juice or whatever. Smoke juice. You know what I'm talking about? They're bringing in more stuff. They just unloaded because they got to come in like pretty much every day because we are voracious about that. Now, if not sitting inside that little open box, we can sit around the fire instead. Have a couple drinks. We got hot chocolate. We got coffees and teas. I'm getting hungry now. And if we want to nap, cool. We're going to just lay down outside or hunker down under the tent. Yeah, so a little bit of like work going on out here. And again, really cool formations being set up. You know, finer details, large, but then also larger pieces to, you know, save a little bit on budget, but just to be like, well, you can't really just have like a lot of small pieces that are up here because it you know, it wouldn't quite make sense. Because then those pieces would just like kind of like fall out or would feel unstable and whatnot. So this gives a more convincing kind of shape to it. Very, very pretty. Your goal is to make a chill hangout spot? No, this is great. This is fantastic. The coffin tells me something else. But what we actually see on the outside is totally different. So I just find it funny. It's like, okay, coffin. You like spooky too? Yeah, we'll see what else this build has in store. So now we go back to the first room. You know, that happened to be like a pretty loaded secret room. But now we're ready to do the climb. So let's see where our curiosity takes us. So notice how we have very, very subtle use of light. You know, there's a couple of things that are right here with the sconces that are downstairs, but not so much of anything when we do this climb. So we're going to continue observing, checking things out. You know, up above, still no lighting or whatnot, but that's a lot of night elf stuff anyway. You know, they don't tend to be, you don't tend to see night elf like barrow dens and whatnot filled with like torches and bright lights or anything like that. They tend to be like this. Now here we have like some solid colors with those greens, but we'll check out what's around this corner, you know, because they made like some additional elevations here. A standing library of sorts, so a repository. It is a place to like kind of sit if you wanted to like just like chill, hang out. Like I think there was something here. Yeah. So like for example, boop. We just want to sit. All good. Or you can pull up a chair too. Totally fine. Dig this right here. This curved bridge. You can see where like the clip happens, but it's also very, very forgiving. It's a very, very smooth ramp that they set up, but it's also, you know, uneven. You know, it also has like these kinds of like unevenness to it. It's not super like clean, but that's the whole point. All right, so we go into what feels like fireplace room. Yay. Place to warm up. Also hang. Love the use of the greens here. It's great. I like the dressing of this too, because you have, I forget the name of this thing every time. You have this shrine. Try to remember that. So we have the shrine set up, but it's also being dressed behind it, or with the additional greens there. And there you just hang out, do your thing, while they can do their thing. It's like, here's my special spot, and then neener, you guys can have your special spot over there. And then the two people here are like, dude, okay, they need to like so get over themselves. Like, God, so self-centered. Sheesh. But they also want the spot too, because yeah, first come, first served when it comes to that. So we enter another kind of stairwell room. And again, no lighting here, not necessary. But we have like this live seating area. Folks are feasting. There's plenty to have. There's even some bar seating over there in like this kitchen-ish sort of area. Not too much prep being done back there though, because it looks like everything is already out and about. But for folks who just want to fix themselves a quick snack, plenty of space in the cupboards, space in the pantry area to put something together, maybe throw it into the Herondar microwave of sorts. And of course, if you want some coffee, you're all good. Now check out the outdoor view here. Very bright, thanks to mostly the window, giving that soft glow. But then you also have the lamppost that's kind of like bringing that back to us as well. And then we have it sort of like come in just a little bit. Very, very subtle glow as it comes in there. Now here's something interesting. We have like this whole rock formation as we go up this set of stairs. So different style. We have like this different sort of curved stair setup happening here. Feels very good. Nice and smooth. I tend to notice this too. Like whenever I go upstairs, like sometimes the climbs feel awkward. Here, the spacing of this is great. Absolutely great. And then this sort of suspension bridge. Now this leads us up. Again, very smooth climb. And then we have this sick window setup. Really simple on the construction here. Beams, windows, one more beam. Think a beam up here too. and then like simple drapes to like set it up, and then of course the windows and then the greens behind it. So it's only a number of so it's a smaller number of shapes than what you would sometimes see, but still really effective. You have a little bit of moonwell action coming down there for some weather effects. Moon is huge right over there. Very cool. You can see how the glow comes in and hits right there. This is highly unique too. So we have these different sort of climbs, but then we also carved out this little tiny room for potty. Hey. So there we go. Feet are dangling, but well, that's how it is. Night elves, I'm sure, are fine. Blood elves are never fine. And then this walk-in shower. Moonwell shower. So we're doused with magic stuff. Awesome. We climb up one more suspension. Oh, I think we dip a little bit. Yeah, we dip a little bit. Realistic feeling, like that. And then finally our bed. Boop. One place to study and all that. There's our extra clothes and all that. Transmog. Make sure we look hot. Cool. I don't know if I think I've seen everything, haven't I? Because aside from that one path that took us to like those two rooms, I think the rest of it was a pretty straight line, wasn't it? Yeah, neat setup. I like it. It's very clean too. Because it has this whole fusion of house plus the whole barrow den kind of feel to it. Yeah, that's something that a lot of Druid fans, very, very characteristic of them. Yeah, I like this. This is cool. It, like I said, it has like this good flow of like, okay, every now and then it'll have like this really natural formation to it. But then of course you have this hybrid lived in sort of deal too. You know, same thing kind of happens here. We have like this sort of formation very inspired by the Druid Barrow Den. Some natural formations here too. Yeah, great place. Great place. Thanks for showing us.